What up? Yeah, me too. Hard to hear in his chat anyway.
Welcome everyone to Arlington, Texas at
Good luck
AT&T
to you.
Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle
that might be a good
before
thing.
that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 4 seed in this playoff, the Appalachian State Mountaineers, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there.
Ball
We're
in the
about
end
to
zone.
get cranked up with a semifinal collision. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they've got the returner corralled. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tailback with another carry. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That run, good for a first down. The offense still rolling. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Finds his man. It's Murray. Football comes out. And the defense jumps on the football.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. We'll give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And now the defense decides to spend its
You got to go to the start menu. You might not be able to challenge it now. Yeah, you got to actually go.
a bit. And the replay booth
they're
has
reviewing it
signaled
anyway.
they want to stop and have another look at this one. So after taking a closer look, the officials will overturn
I think they got that one right.
previous ruling. First and 10 play coming up. Short throw complete to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
First down and 10 now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. And he'll set up to throw. The ball is picked off. Brought down after a short return to the 24. What a
The short throw is so stupid.
Oh, just a tough way to start this game for this offense. Throwing an interception on their very first drive. Now, see how their own defense will do, but they cannot panic, make a couple adjustments, and get ready next time they get the ball.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
2nd down after that previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled, but first down.
Boy, this back is running very well today and living up to so many great backs that they've had over the years at Miami. Edgerrin James and Frank Gore and Willis McGahee and Clinton Portis. All those guys won a lot of games and ran the ball well. And right now, they got to be loving what they're seeing from this back.
First down here for this offense. And now they run the draw play. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Hand off to the single back. And the Canes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, they can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Here's the 2nd down play. And there's the handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The Hurricanes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Quick completion to the tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw for a big first down.
Ball handed to the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle on the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the quarterback dropping back. Going for his running back. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. Fourth down now.
Just not a lot of room there on the RPO on third down for the offense. Give the defense a lot of credit. They sat back initially, and then they overcommitted to stop that running game, and it worked out.
So no field goal try here. Coach keeps the offense on the field to go for it on fourth down. No shot to bring him down. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive
What exactly,
and still come up with points and get the touchdown.
What are you doing with Glastonbury?
PAT is
Like,
good.
is it
They
Little
jump
League
in
or?
front 7-0.
I was asking what you do for Little League or whatever league you're doing in Glastonbury. Don't worry about it.
Fields it just outside the goal line. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And one final play before the end of the quarter. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. Defense makes the tackle here on the final play of the first quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Offense looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver.
Nice play.
And the play is good enough for a first down.
Suck
They'll move
down
the
on
ball to
that,
44.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on that third down play.
I said,
They knew they're gonna
I
have to deal with a lot of
covered
pressure.
the.
Did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the offensive line is completely occupied with that defensive front. That freed up that linebacker to shoot right through that gap and blow up the ball carrier. What a play.
Offense set for the 6th play in this drive. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Well, this receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Touchdown, App State. This quarterback on fire today.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. In the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Looking for his big tight end. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. It's a short return to make the tackle at the 25, but what a play for this defense.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. It's a shotgun run call. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Heads up first snap in the red zone on this drive. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Here's a throw underneath to the back. Tackle after the catch, but the ball moves to the 4-yard line.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The defense backed up against their own end zone. Oh, the pass is picked off. Past the 50, the 40, inside the 30, at the 10. And he's into the end zone.
What's the call then?
There is a marker down, so hold everything. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Sounds about right.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The junior trying to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incompletion sets up a second down. On the ground, it's Jackson.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that team.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner is brought down. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
And it's a nice job by this defense. They saw option. They actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You could tell they worked hard on that in practice.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. Oh, my gosh. Just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami and the wide receiver position. You could say not recently. They've had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Offense in a split backfield now. And here's the handoff. Powers through. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
The Canes line up on 1st and 10 now. And the single back takes the handoff. Hard running there, breaking tackles. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Hey, Chris, that's one of those runs you're going to see on the highlight shows throughout the night. He didn't gain a ton of yards, but how many missed tackles do you add up there? This guy was determined to get that ball to the end zone, and he almost came up with a touchdown.
Sticking with the running game. They bring him down after a gain. Looks like they'll spot it inches short of a 1st down. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The Hurricanes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Early movement there will cost the offense 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. Just 5 seconds left on the clock now.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Looks like 1 more play here before halftime. Third and goal. Looking to throw the ball. The pass is incomplete just across the goal line.
Oh, that is a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd down and goal, but a good job by the defense to get there and knock it loose.
And that is no good.
Oh my God.
And the lead remains at 7 after the miss. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right. I pushed it. I was like, I'm not going to miss this short side.
And it's caught from inside the 20. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They get the second half started with a running play. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary.
Nice.
And it's intercepted. They read the screen perfectly. He's got some room and some blockers here. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Wow, a takeaway and a touchdown. We are all tied up with a spot in the championship game at stake.
Well, the timing of this, not just coming up with this turnover, but the defense, opportunistic awareness, and being able to turn that into a touchdown. As you said, Chris, a tie game. Now everything's in front of us. Who wants to get to the championship the most?
This one will be fair caught. Comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it.
Oh my God, where are you throwing that?
Time tonight. He's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Appalachian State. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender, Kirk.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around,
That
found
was
the football, and then has the
gold
athletic
throw,
ability
too.
to be able to secure it.
Throw, whatever.
Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
And the PAT is good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. Wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Receiver makes the catch, and the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
That short completion sets up a 3rd down play. Can he make it to the marker? And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. The Canes will send their punt team onto the field. The fair catch made at the 30-yard line. The App State offense goes back on the field. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. The back's got it. Able to pick up just a couple of yards. That's good run defense.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. From the shotgun, drops back. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got his man in the open field. Big gain, moves the ball into enemy territory. They'll spot it down near the 31.
Think about this, Chris. These guys have been working since January of last year to get ready for a dream season. They've had that. Now they're here so close into the postseason and the playoff, working with the lead. It comes down to a third down. They do their job, convert. Now they keep working that clock and getting so much closer to advancing to the next round.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Crucial red zone play coming up. QB decides to keep it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
Backs lined up on either side of the quarterback. There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Looks right for a quick completion. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down.
Well, anytime an offensive coordinator calls a wide receiver screen, he's trying to get offensive linemen out in front of the receiver to create a wall so that receiver can pick a lane to run through. How about the defense here, though? That's called team pursuit and swarming to the football. They didn't give him any lanes, so not much yards downfield for the receiver.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made across the middle by the running back. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Big gain. Catch made at the 30. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot. They can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
PAT is good. They still trail, though. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen. That's good coverage there. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
The play call here on second down for this offense. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll have to try to convert here on 3rd and 9. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it was going to be picked, and then
I
fucking
think
caught
this
it.
guy holds on to this football at a critical third down. If this linebacker doesn't lower the blow, great timing on that hit.
The old arm
Prevent
punch.
the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back. Breaks free. He's going to take off. Breaks loose at the 40. That's a big gain. The offense is threatening that. Spot
Right
the
there.
ball at the 22.
Yeah, they got a lot of stuff to fix in 26. Hopefully, not all just visual stuff. It's still a lot of problems.
So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. They're going to run it. Got a lane. Can he get in? Touchdown for the U. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
Now the all-important extra point. PAT up and good. So the lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The App State offense goes back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. They'll tackle him out across the 20.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Grab behind the line. It's Murray. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moved to the 47-yard line.
This is really what separates a good running back from a great running back. Instead of just being a check down or a possibility involved in the screen game, this guy's actual wide receiver lined up in the backfield. That time you could see the versatility and what he brings to the table. He can come up with a big play.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. The 30, past the 20. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception. And a big return, they almost take it to the house. But they got
ourselves an ending here.
Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
But how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. He shows off the juking ability, but not much room to run. It's a short game.
Yeah, he's sucking this stuff.
Defense clearly setting up to stuff the run here. Try to make it with a quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Hurricanes. This offense cannot be stopped.
Nice safe call here for the touchdown. The quarterback does a nice job of just kind of waiting to find the crease behind that centering guard. Found it, got low, and found the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT.
Oh boy.
It's blocked. Picked up by the defense.
So big.
It's a
That's
live
huge.
ball. Could be a two-point return here.
This offense just blew an opportunity. Have a nice lead here in the second half with the football. The last thing you want to do is turn it over, and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the Appalachian State offense back out on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need
that's gotta be a
points.
touchdown.
You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
Important second down play coming up. Play action fake, looking to throw. And now another deep ball here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there. But now it's third down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Well, it's been tough so far to get this drive going. Now they face 3rd and 10 from inside. And he'll loft this one deep to the left side. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. And he busts loose right down the middle. It's a foot race. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers. Kirk, you look for rust, you look for jitters in the opening drive, not any sign of it for that offense.
You know, the offensive coordinator, when we talked with him this week, he had a feeling that this offense was going to be able to start fast, but I don't even know if he thought they would look this good this early.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Off the play fake on first down.
Oh, my God.
The short completion of the tight end. Not easy to bring down. The cornerback finally gets the job done.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
The completion makes it second and short. And they'll give it to the back. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game, and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Second down play coming up for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces a defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. They don't pick up the blitzers, and it's a sack. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Canes bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. The App State offense goes back on the field. The corner's now playing a couple yards off the ball. Handoff from the shotgun. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Second down after that previous play. They're going to run it here. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat alive. Serious pressure now for the defense.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive line up. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Looking to throw it on first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. And he's got some open field ahead.
They keep wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, they're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
And Miami offense is back on the field. Great job by the defense there preserving the 3-point lead. But now in the fourth quarter, this is a crucial possession for this offense. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
And now from the pistol formation.
It's technically on first down.
Looks like he didn't get the snap off in
But
time.
did not do that
That'll
again.
cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. The Hurricanes come into the final minute hoping to run the clock out here and win it. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. And sack sets up an important third down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Catch made down inside the 25.
Well, when the dust settles and the games are over, it's how many big plays did you create and how many did you prevent. This is a huge play for this offense. Now, can they get the ball into the end zone?
I don't think it does
They
anything.
have to settle for 3.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the offense just takes a knee here. Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically, and they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.